What is going on, you guys? This is Tech HD, and I'm so excited because this is a new series that I'm going to be creating where I acoustically treat my entire living room setup and make it into a home theater experience by cutting out as much reverb and echo as possible. There's a lot of ideas I have, stuff that I want to purchase to really eliminate as much of the echo and reverb as possible. I built my entire living room experience by having a 5.2.4 audio system. I got a big screen TV to really enjoy my movie experience. I got a DVD player, everything as far as that goes, but now it's time to acoustically treat this entire space. And I have a very open concept. So this is the living room, I have my kitchen and the dining room, and then I have a big hallway over here. So there's echo going all over the place. So we're gonna try our best to acoustically treat it. This is episode 1, and we're gonna start with this entire blank wall on this right side. So this is where I feel like a lot of the echo is coming from, where it's just bouncing off the wall and going back to the listener. And so we're gonna be acoustically treating this as much as possible by putting some wood wall slates all over this and see how it's gonna do. We're gonna do multiple A/B testing with and without it, and we're gonna see how it overall performs. Links to everything is gonna be down in the description below, and let's get started. Now first, you want to measure the height and length of where you want to cover so you know exactly how many pieces you need to order. For this wall, the height measures at around 108 inches in height and about 120 inches in length, and if you want to install it above the baseboard, it's about 105 inches for me. I wanted the wood slat wall panels to be full scale and not in small individual pieces because you can see the individual pieces right down the middle horizontally, and it's very noticeable, and I don't want that. I want it to be seamless and blended. So the acoustic wall panels I went with are from LDB Building on Amazon. They're the most affordable for a 4-pack, ranging from about $197, and the price could go lower or higher. The measurements are 105.9 inches in height and 12.6 inches in length. That totals to 50.4 inches in length, and so I bought a quantity of 2, totaling to 100.8 inches. So just a bit under the 120 inches, which I don't mind, and they sell a 2-pack instead of 4, so I could always buy more in the future to fill up the entire wall. But for now, it's not a big deal. This has a thickness of 0.8 inches, but has a noise reduction coefficient rating, or NRC, of 0.95, which is really good for something like this, meaning it absorbs 95% of the sound energy and reflects only 5%. That's the most I've seen on acoustic wood slat wall panels. They came very well packaged, wrapped in a plastic with a thin layer of foam in between and corner guards to protect the panel during shipping. Thankfully, none arrived damaged. Now, the install process is pretty straightforward. I bought some black drywall screws that are 2 inches from Home Depot to blend in with the black acoustic panel. I would lift the wall panel to the top, hitting the ceiling, and use my foot to hold it in place while I drill. I started in the middle, did a screw every other gap, which totaled to about 4 screws, and then did the same on the bottom. I would make sure the next panel is making contact with the other one on the wall so it looks seamless, and continue to drill and keep going down the middle and then on the bottom. So we're going to be doing a quick A/B testing with no jump cuts, and this is how the audio sounds like when I'm in front of the blank wall with no acoustic panels on it. And then if we move right here, this is how it sounds like with the acoustic wall slates installed, and you can see that I have half the wall already covered, but you could audibly hear that difference, and it absorbs a good amount of the audio. Now of course there's the ceiling and everything as far as that goes, but you could still audibly hear it when I'm right in front of this compared to if I was right in front of this wall. It's just way more echoey, and hopefully the microphone captures that key difference. But yeah, again, this is how it sounds like if I'm in front of a blank wall, and then if we go over here, this is how it sounds like if I'm in front of the acoustic wall slates. And let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Now, the only major thing that took a while was measuring and cutting where the outlet would be. I measured from the bottom of the wall panel to the top of the outlet, then from the bottom of the wall panel to the bottom of the outlet, then from the wall panel to the outlet horizontally, and lastly the measurement of the outlet itself. I noted all those numbers in and marked where I would need to cut on the wall panel and began cutting with a handsaw. That took the longest time, and you could use a motorized one to speed up the process and get a cleaner cut, but it worked and it looks so good with no issues for the outlet to be used. Lastly, I needed to drill the top part of the panels to secure them all in place, so I used the same method as I did in the middle and on the bottom. So 4 screws on the top, middle, and bottom. That's 12 screws per panel, multiplying that by 8, and I used a total of 96 screws. And these are perfectly secured, it's not going anywhere, and here is the final result. very clean and modern while also acoustically treating your wall, and it's not too thick and sticking out so much. You can see the bottom that it overlaps a bit over the baseboard, but that's not a big deal for me. No one's gonna notice that, and there's no need to cut that little amount. The screws blend in very nicely as well and don't stick out. Now for the final result. Let's hear how the audio sounds like with a before and after test. Make sure you're using headphones and let me know what you guys think. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is how it sounds like without the acoustic panels using a shotgun microphone. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is how the audio sounds like with the acoustic wall panels installed using a shotgun microphone. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is how it sounds like without the acoustic panels on the wall using a Cardioid condenser microphone. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is how it sounds like with the acoustic wall panels installed using a Cardioid condenser microphone. Let me know what you guys think. So after listening to the audio test on my shotgun microphone and my Cardioid condenser microphone and listening to the before and after, you could audibly hear a good amount of difference when it comes to the acoustic wall panels and without it. And I especially heard it when I was using the Cardioid condenser microphone and going back and forth from the blank wall to the acoustic panels, and it was a big difference. And obviously there's still going to be a lot of echo and reverb because I still have an open floor concept when it comes to my kitchen, with my dining room, with my hallway, as well as the floor is hardwood as well and blank ceilings, but we're going to be taking care of those in the other episodes. But as far as this wall goes, this is now acoustically treated. Sounds really nice. And so let me know what you guys think down in the comments below when it comes to the test, and let me know if you guys would definitely go with one of these. These are really affordable on Amazon right now. These are the most affordable ones that I've seen, and also with an NRC of 0.95, so a really good acoustic rating, which is really nice. And they are going for around $197 for a 4-pack, and I got 2 of those, so I got 8 total on this wall. It didn't fully fill up that little blank area where the switch is, but I'm not too worried about that. Overall, this entire wall for the most part is acoustically treated. And as far as the colors go, I got the rustic walnut color, but they also have the oak, teak, red oak, natural, matte black, dark gray, you know, a lot of options, which is really nice. And so this is the color design that I went with, so a little bit more subtle, nothing too crazy, but still looks really nice. So again, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below as far as the audio test goes and how simple it was to really install these. Just the screws, black screws from Home Depot and all that, and it works really well. And I got the fully tall ones because I don't like the individual pieces because you can immediately tell where they are located. This one's a lot harder to identify. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Once again, everything is going to be linked down in the description below. This is episode 1 as far as acoustically treating my living room setup to make it more home theater ready. So let me know what you guys think as far as ideas go when it comes to acoustically treating the floor to cut off the open design and the hallway. I got other ideas planned, so I would love to see your guys' input on how to acoustically treat this. I'm gonna do bass traps and all that, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm spoiling pretty much a lot of stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe so that you guys can be notified whenever I upload a new video. Follow me on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok at tech_HD1, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!